I wish to thank all who have spoken here today and who have given us of their song in their hearts, and each of you who have, in your receptivity, increased and magnified the light in you. It is so important that we understand the cosmic message as well as the personal message in the life of Jesus, who became so filled with the Christ in his baptism at the Jordan under his cousin John. It is important that we consider now the universals as well as our terrestrial life, because he came to flood into our life the universals, the flow of the great cosmic truths, and to understand the great laws of energies and vitalities, and to realize that we are filled with these energies of consciousness awaiting to come to birth in the focusing and centers of our minds, our higher minds. It was he who came to free the higher mind and to enable us to blend and flow with the universe. Every 25,000 years, when the fall or autumn equinox occurs, our Earth and its planetary system unites with a great system out in the universe with a much larger sun than ours. When this occurs, there is a great age. The stars seen by the shepherds and by the wise men were a part of this great cosmic light approaching us. And we now are entering that time of true Christ consciousness in the earth, in which we will blend through the aid of this system outside of our own constellation. When we are united with this great sun, mankind will have reached the mind in Christ. Every Christmas, we incorporate this. Now we are taught in the Nishan system that we have an everlasting body which does not die, which is deathless, which is a part of the immortal self. And it has been shown to me in vision that this body is similar to the galaxies outside of our own constellation, or sun and its planets, and that every particle of the higher etheric body is a duplicate and a particle, actual atomic particle, of some part of our great galaxies outside of our own. And that when we are meditating and entering into a sacred day of this kind, contemplating the wondrous birth of Jesus, which physically is impossible to understand completely. When we are contemplating this, we awaken this omnitron light of the great galaxy starry bodies outside of our own. And we produce, in our own magnification of mind, a tremendous state of illumination, a rising beyond the finite conditions limiting our consciousness. Jesus came to break the laws, or that is, to ascend over the laws of gravity. He came to enable us to master gravity. This is the next thing we will accomplish in this present energy age. Every time you use your higher mind in spirituality, in resurrection grace, through the light of the Christ in you, you are moving out of the boundaries of Maya consciousness, or that is gravity or relativity. And you have become a man of the cosmos, astride of the terrestrial and the cosmos. And in this, you have become like him. I will tell you someday the story of Jesus' birth, of how he truly came to us from a system far superior to the one we now dwell in. It is his work now to make our system into this sort of creation. It is our work with him to realize that he is more than just to bring us morality. He is to bring our moralities into order, but he is more than this. He is to bring our soul powers and soul faculties into their highest functioning. To me, Christmas Day is a birth to the cosmos. The dignity of being in this world and having dedicated to enter the system itself, which we all did. Message Jesus brought. Before the world was, I am. This is Jesus. Before this earth was created, he was. Before this earth was created, our souls were. And we must bring this remembrance to us by touching him, by letting the manger in our hearts be quickened, by letting our minds, the great atoms in our consciousness, and the omnitron light of our spirituality come to birth. For this is the message the Lord gives you this day. You are a soul. You have selected a body. It is an instrument through which your soul functions. In this spiritual body or everlasting body, I sometimes see a great ear as clustered around these galaxy powers we all have. And I know that this represents a teacher who brings me in a hearing. Sometimes I see a great eye, focused like a cyclops, and I see that this is a teacher bringing me sight. And then sometimes I see a mouth speaking, exploding words, changing worlds by the sound of the audible sound of the voice. And I know I have heard the great Logos, uniting man with one tone. When I am looking towards Jesus filled with the Christ Spirit, I am seeing this ear and this eye and this mouth. He is the Word incarnated, the great vibration made into manifestation through us. We must unite with this cosmos soul who is with us and who reminds us we are deathless. God bless you on this morning. Merry Christmas. Christ be with you in birth and in this immaculate ecstasy of which Jonathan spoke. Renew it again and again each day in your meditation.